is time for the Ultimate Five. Matt Hasselbeck is the focus today as we rank Matt's top 5 performances as a Seahawks quarterback. Let's bring in producer Joel, who feels pretty confident about his top 5 selections today.
My hands up, Joel. I thought you said his top 5 performances of all time, so I dug into his junior high game film too. So I'm just letting you know that, Joel.
Well, now you tell me. I mean, come on. I could have gone back. I could have studied a little bit more. Jeez.
I'm excited for this because I don't remember good games. I just remember the bad games. So I'm excited for this.
Well, unfortunately, you may have to start with a bad one for the first one. It's going to be Super Bowl 40. People don't remember that game very well because we want to put it out of our memory, but you were 26 for 49, 273 yards and a touchdown. And if it wasn't for a few bad calls, it would have gone a different way. The PI against Darrell Jackson in the end zone, the holding on Locklear, the bad block call on you. I mean, it was just
horrible.
I have a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, and he claims like those penalties didn't exist. I don't know what you're talking about, but that's crap. We should have won that game.
That one hurts. That one
hurt,
still
Joel.
hurts.
I didn't want to see it, Joel. I didn't want to see it, but he
was
did.
good. He was good.
Matt was very good.
Matt had strong numbers in that one for sure. All right,
I really wish the D-Jack touchdown wasn't called back. That was a tough way to start that game.
No doubt.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
No doubt.
Good one to learn from.
Number 4 is a little boring, but, I mean, it was 2005 against the 49ers. You guys won 41-3, just trounced them, but you were really efficient. 21 for 25, 226 yards, and 4 touchdowns. I mean, it was
what's
amazing.
funny about that game is Mike Holmgren tried to pull me in that game. I think after the first drive.
What?
Because I talked back to him.
What'd you say?
He was like, "You do that again, I'm gonna put him in," pointing to Seneca Wallace, and I said, "Then do it." And he was like, "Seneca, you're in." You know, I think it was the first drive. It was early in the game, and so luckily for me, if I remember this right, we had a sudden change situation where like the defense got the ball like quickly. And I just put my helmet on and ran out to the field because Brett Favre had done this to me one time. Someone had told him, that I was in, and he was like, "Yeah, right. I'm running out there, and I dare you to come out here with me." And I wasn't doing that. So, Mike really got excited when we go back and play San Fran. He was from San Fran. All his friends were there. He used to coach there, and so I should have known better. Yeah. But it was good. It was good for our relationship. We had a nice little meeting the day after, and. We grew from it. I grew from it.
Good little story. Good QB rating right there, Joel.
All right, Joel, what's 3?
Number 3 is in 2002 against San Diego Chargers. You guys were down 14 points. You led a comeback win to score the game-time touchdown on a 1-yard run. And then in OT, on a 3rd and 12, you had a 21-yard run to set up a Ryan the Leg Lindell's game winner in overtime. You were 36 for 53, 449 yards that game.
I actually have the game ball from that game. That is probably my favorite game. That is my favorite game. Jeff George was the backup quarterback that year, and he called himself the Sheriff, and he took a Sharpie on the game ball, and he wrote the Sheriff on the game ball. And he was like, "Do me a favor, see if you can try to not let this hit the ground today. All completions." And it was a crazy thing, but Marty Schottenheimer was the coach on the other side, and it was his old coach, and he was gassing me up. Don't let the ball hit the ground. Don't let the ball hit the ground. And I kind of went into the game just trying to get completions. Like, just try to get simple completions. Don't be fancy, just like completion. That's it. And I threw for the most yards that I'd ever thrown for in my life at that point, like 400 and whatever you said, 40-something yards. 449 yards, just trying to not let the ball hit the ground. And it was a great pivotal learning lesson for me as a quarterback in it was great. I could tell you a million stories from that game, but that was an incredible game.
Man, that is a great story.
Joel Knipp, well done, my friend.
Good job. Sometimes they come out with good stuff.
Yeah. What's number 2?
Number 2, the 2005 NFC Championship game against the Panthers. You're 20 for 28, 219 yards, 2 TDs. The big play that kind of sealed the deal in the third quarter, a touchdown pass to D-Jack, and it put Seattle in their first Super Bowl in history.
A lot of people would have that at number 1, Paul.
Yeah.
That was an incredible game. You showed D-Jack there. There was a play there. We called it train stop. It's like a hitch and go comeback. And D-Jack's supposed to run a hitch and go comeback. And he runs a hitch and go. And I'm looking at him, and I know D-Jack, and he not really like a rule follower kind of guy. And I'm like, he's not going to stop and run the comeback. I think he's just going to keep going. And so I had to make this decision in my head in the red zone. I'm like, yeah, let's just do it. And I threw it as if he was not going to run the comeback, and I just put it on the 8 instead of the 2, and luckily it was a touchdown. It was a pretty sweet play, but not how the play was supposed to go. He did not do what he was supposed to do, but knowing D-Jack, kind of like knowing Walt, you know your guys. He just was true to himself, and it worked out. We're on the same page.
Man. All right, Joel, what's number one?
Number one, people remember the Beast Quake game. A lot of people remember from Marshawn Lynch's big run. And you see even Matt there, not really a lead blocker, but he was just, going along with them. People forget, Matt was on fire that game. 22 for 35 passing, 272 yards, 4 touchdowns, outdueled Drew Brees in that game, who was the defending champ at that time.
So were you going to throw a block, Matt?
Greatest run in NFL history. Almost got called back because I almost blocked somebody in the back on the play. So thank goodness. Thank goodness. But I'll tell you about that game. The first pass of the game was intercepted. I throw an interception, and I didn't start the week before. Pete Carroll chose not to start me, and so I really thought he was going to bench me after that first pass. Wow. And so I was like running off the field, and I'm like, I'm going to run right by him, and he's going to say, hey, sit down. And I said, hey, take it like a man, go by him, get benched or whatever. And he was like, hey, we need you today. And I was like, all right, we're going to cut it loose. And that's what we did. We cut it loose, and that was a fun game to be a part of. It was a great upset. We did not win the ESPY for greatest upset that year. I don't know how, because that was we were 7-9, won the division. The world champs, Sean Payton, Drew Brees. That's a fun game to watch, though.
We got to get Matt's favorite. Joel, you got your top 5. I'll just mention 3 quick ones not on the list. November 23rd, 2003, against Baltimore. I just remember this because I was playing fantasy football that day with Matt Hasselbeck as my quarterback. 333 yards, Joel, and 5 touchdowns that day. Matt helped the Puyallup Scones to a win that day. 1997, he had a great game against Notre Dame, but his best game of all time, Joel, Thanksgiving Day, Xaverian Brothers High School. Matt was a senior, 75% completion rate on this day. They won 60-20 against St. John's Prep, their rival. Look in the history books. That's number 1. Matt, you're number 1?
Big rival. I forgot about that Ravens game. That might be my number 1. That was an insanely awesome game because that Ravens defense was so good. Ray Lewis and all those guys, and we did to them what no one ever did to them. That was a bit, and somehow lost the game. I don't know how, but it was a pretty awesome game.
Well, this has been awesome visiting with you, Matt. Really appreciate you making the time today. We enjoyed it, and great story. So I hope we can do this again sometime soon.
Yeah, this was fun. Thank you, guys.